Before you assume your autistic child is defying your rules, let's try to understand your child's behaviors first. A lot of autistic children, especially those who are nonverbal or semi-verbal, struggle to communicate pain in ways that adults recognize. That means what looks like aggression or defiance or acting out could actually be their way of saying something hurts. I once had a nonverbal client who kept screaming at school for weeks. So people assume he hated being there. They tried behavior plans and charts, even exclusion. Later, they found out that he had kidney stones. He was in constant pain and nobody knew. So before we jump to behavior labels, we have to ask, could this be a sign that something inside is wrong? If your child suddenly starts screaming more often, avoiding things they used to enjoy, becoming aggressive during transitions, it might not be because they just have bad behaviors. It could be their nervous system saying, I am overwhelmed, I'm hurting, I don't feel okay. For example, a child who bites their arm during circle time may not be acting out. They could be trying to soothe themselves because the fluorescent lights are giving them a migraine. So always ask, did this behavior come from somewhere? Has anything changed in their sleep, appetite, or energy? Because pain doesn't always sound like ouch. Sometimes it looks like a meltdown or a shutdown. And if you are still watching this, thank you. This kind of awareness can change everything for a child. Please like this video and subscribe. I make these videos to help you understand what your child's behavior is really telling you and how to respond with clarity and care. Let's walk through some common medical or physical issues that often get overlooked. Number 1, GI issues. Things like reflux, constipation, food sensitivity. Signs to look for include refusing food, gagging or vomiting when eating, arcing the back, meltdowns at mealtime, or chronic diarrhea or constipation. Number 2, anxiety. Anxiety can present as aggression, shutdowns, or sleep problems, and signs to look for are pacing back and forth, resistance to transitions, night waking, screaming when entering certain places like the school or the cafeteria, etc. 3, fatigue or sleep disorders. Signs to look for are irritability, afternoon meltdowns, hyperactivity that masks exhaustion, and number 4, sensory-related pain, headaches, ear infections, toothaches. They are invisible unless we know what to look for. So signs are usually head hitting, covering ears, grinding teeth, refusing certain spaces or sounds. So when a child becomes suddenly aggressive in the middle of a circle time, ask, could it be a migraine? Could it be an ear infection? Could it be tooth pain? Most autistic kids won't say, my stomach hurts. So we have to become careful observers. And here's what pain can look like. If they have repeated head banging, biting, scratching, sudden aggression, withdrawing from favorite activities, pulling ears, pressing on their stomachs, or if they have any changes in sleep, appetite, or toileting. For example, a child who starts banging their head against the wall after dinner might not be misbehaving. They might be showing you that they are nauseous or bloated or even experiencing GI pain. They are body signals. And unfortunately, some doctors, especially those unfamiliar with autism, may dismiss your concerns. They might say it's just a behavioral issues or that's typical for autism. And here is how to advocate for your child. Number 1, be specific. Instead of saying, my child is acting strange, say, my child bangs their head 3 to 5 times a day, usually after meals. They also refuse to eat food and cry at night. Number 2, frame it as a symptom, not behavior. For example, I want to rule out a medical cause because before assuming this is behavioral. Number 3, use patterns. This has been happening daily for 2 weeks. Meltdowns happen only after meals, or they wake up crying every night around 2 a.m. And If the doctor still dismisses it, push back gently by saying, I know behavior is part of autism, but this is new. I'd like to check for GI issues before we assume anything else. And you should seek a second opinion if, number one, the behavior persists and is dismissed as just autism. Number two, treatment isn't working. Number three, you've noticed consistent patterns like certain times of the day or after certain food. So how do you document that? First, you need to keep a daily log and keep track when behaviors occur. Note sleep quality, toilet routines, mood, appetite, and record what happens before, during, and after each episode. And bring this with you to the doctor appointments. When you walk in with clear written observations, so it's much harder to be ignored. Your child is trying to tell you something. Behavior is communication, and sometimes it's a cry for help from a body that doesn't have the word. You are your child's greatest advocate, and the more you learn to decode their signals, the more you protect them, not just from pain, but from being misunderstood. And if this video gave you clarity, please like, comment, or subscribe. There are more parents out there who need to hear this. You are not alone, and neither is your child. See you in the next video.